there, Joshua. My name is Ellen, and I'll be correcting your essay today. This essay is about ex-prisoners and if they're the best people to talk to youngsters about crime. Let's see what you wrote here. Let me see if that's correct. 251 words is what this comes up as. Yep, okay. Let's see what you wrote here, shall we? Some people argue that committers of unmerciful crimes should be sentenced to death, while other people think that a new strand of hope should be given to them, especially to those who have learned their lessons and have changed their lives to influence other people to good. Having witnessed the negative impact of their past actions to the lives of the victims and having experienced the penalties of their crimes, I feel strongly that these changed people are in the best position to mentor the youth. Okay, so let's talk about the good news first. The good news is that a lot of this grammar is really nice. It's very advanced. It feels natural. I thought some of your sentences were a little long, but you didn't really make any grammatical errors, and so that's wonderful. You also used a couple of really nice pieces of vocabulary, like a new strand of hope. You did this really nice grammatical structure here, having witnessed. So all of that was lovely. So I can tell that there is a high level of English that we're working with here, and that's great. However, there are some problems with this introduction as well. The first problem is some of the mistakes with vocabulary. So committer, unmerciful was the wrong word here. Let's see. So those were two problems for sure. But then the whole first sentence to me really felt rather off topic. Like, we're not talking about whether they should be sentenced to death or not. We're talking about whether these ex-convicts should be allowed to mentor youths or not. So introducing this whole idea of death sentences is really off topic, and I would not want to see it in this essay. So that's one thing. Then the second thing is your grammar was a little off. I love that you tried to use this participle clause here. That's great. It's an advanced grammatical structure, but the grammar of it is wrong because the subject of both clauses is not the same. In order to use this grammatical structure, the subject of this clause has to be the same as this. It has to be I. So what you're essentially saying here is, because I have witnessed the negative impact of their actions to the lives of victims, okay, I feel strongly. So that's not the case. You haven't witnessed these things directly. So that's the problem with this. It's grammatically incorrect. Okay? What you could have said instead was this: having witnessed the negative impact of their past actions to the lives of the victims and having experienced the penalties of their crimes, these changed people are, in my opinion, in the best position to mentor the youth. That would have been fine. Or you could have left the "in my opinion" for the end, and that would have been okay. But this "I feel strongly" is what totally makes this grammatically incorrect. Okay, now the next thing that I want to talk about here is the length of your paragraphs. One thing that I can tell you just by looking at this is that you really kind of distributed your answer not really appropriately. What am I talking about? Well, here's the thing. You have a very long introduction. Well, it's not really very long, but it's very long compared to your body paragraph here and even here. This one just touches the fourth line, whereas your introduction is 5 lines long. This is the wrong way to do this. Why? Because essentially what you want to do in your essay is you want to develop your body paragraphs. That's where you're going to manage to get into those higher band scores for task achievement. You're not going to do that by writing a lot in your introduction or in your conclusion. So the general idea is that you want to have the essential elements of a good introduction and nothing more than that. And then you want to spend your time developing your body paragraphs. Okay, that's where you're going to be judged on your task achievement for the most part. I say that for the most part because there is a bit of task achievement that's judged in your introduction as well. So that was my concern as well. I just looking at this, I can see you did not develop this paragraph enough. But let's actually see what you wrote, shall we? Prisoners had witnessed the pain they brought to the lives of their victims. These people can raise awareness to the youth as to the impact of certain bad actions, from simple bullying to grave killings. They can encourage the youth to be more sensitive of other people and instill in them the value of concern. Okay, those are lovely ideas, those are lovely sentences, but they're just not developed. You have to give us some sort of tangible example, some sort of illustration, some sort of further support for these ideas. Okay, remember that the idea here is that they are the best people. So, just looking at that word, the best people, there is this implied comparison. Okay, best people compared to whom? So this was something you could have included here. So you could have said something like, this is a skill or an awareness that no one else who has not that, well, that doesn't make sense, but this is a skill that no one lacking this firsthand experience can provide. Okay, or something like that. But these are the things you have to do. And also, again, with tangible examples to make it relevant and really better developed. Okay, so let's look at the next paragraph. In addition, prisoners would be a great life mentor because they had firsthand experience of the grave consequences of their actions. Sessions can be conducted wherein they share their jail experiences and how they powered through those challenges, both mentally and physically. Knowing the struggles, children will be more careful of their actions towards others. Again, this is lovely. I mean, geez, I can't remember the last time I saw the word wherein in an essay, but it's just not developed enough. You have to do a little more. So, what's missing for me really in this essay, in these two paragraphs so far, is the proper task to structure in order to write a really cohesive, strong, well developed paragraph. The good news with that is that these are skills that you can acquire relatively quickly and easily, certainly more easily than if you had to work on your grammar, your vocabulary. So let's keep going with the conclusion now. Prisoners who became good citizens are indeed the best position to mentor the youth, knowing the effect of their actions to the victims and having experienced the mental and physical struggles. In my opinion, prisoners deserve a second shot at life, and they should not be judged. Get rid of that. They should not be judged solely uh, by their past actions or from their past actions. One of those would be better. Okay, so Joshua, you should have a good idea of this essay, what's good about it, what's weak about it. For me, the weak points were task achievement for sure. Your grammar and your vocabulary are absolutely lovely. You have some really, really nice, natural, high level language throughout this. Although there are some errors, especially in that first sentence, so you have to be careful with that. I really want to recommend seeing you to have you enroll in the online course. Just getting an idea of how you need to make your essays coherent and well structured and concise, so that you do score better both in coherence and cohesion and in task achievement. Um, I think this will really help. Okay. So hopefully we'll see you on the course. I really look forward to it. So I want to wish you lots and lots of luck.